Today is July 6, 2026. So when I was doing my mulberries overview and showing different types of mulberries, different measures of bricks and pH values, lots of people were asking why there is no black mulberries or Persian mulberries. Like I have 3 selections here now in July, and I told everyone at that time, you know guys, they are July fruits. So July came and now I harvested them, and we barely ever getting to tasting them simply because at the same time we have a lot of large fruits. Here I just did a sample of some stone fruits we are harvesting now, but reality is there are lots of stone fruits around me everywhere. I have trees loaded with stone fruits. So at this time I rarely getting to mulberries, but nevertheless it would be nice to know what is still available in early July in terms of mulberries. So Black Prince, there are still fruits on Black Prince, and I love Black Prince. It's one of the later white mulberries or Morus album. So Black Prince, excellent mulberry, still available. Few fruits. I would have more fruits if I would be controlling birds, but birds just go after them, and it's really hard to find any ripe fruits. I actually have still some green fruits on Black Prince. Okay, let's go to Nigras. So Morus nigras, I have Caester selection or black mulberry or Persian mulberry. Caester selection. I have Old Coloma black mulberry, and I have this red, so-called red, but this is black mulberry. So Caester is basically mostly ready now. Let me try a fruit. Absolutely wonderful fruit. If you are willing to harvest them, if you are willing to get your hands, let me show you my hand. So your hands become like this if you harvest black mulberries, because they just getting into juice into your hands. So Old Coloma, let me see and compare. Yeah, the same excellent taste, very complex, sweet and sour, and excellent flavor. Surprisingly, on my red selection of black mulberry, most of the fruits are not ready yet. I barely could find any ripe fruits now. Most of them like at this red stage yet. So they seems to be a little bit later. Yep, the same excellent flavor. So I don't know how different they are, how similar they are, but so far the main difference now is that this red selection seems to be later, but this one is also growing. It's kind of a younger tree on a tall rootstock, and it's growing very vigorously. Maybe that's why it's fruiting a little bit later. So just for comparison, I also decided to harvest blackberry. Osage blackberry was on my way when I was walking with this tray harvesting fruits. And I want to see the difference, if there is any difference in sugar and bricks between mulberries and the blackberry here. I have more blackberries ripening now, but I thought 15 fruits for today is enough. So another mulberries I have here, Buluklu, is actually still producing. I still was able to find Buluklu fruits. Buluklu is one of the fat, small whites, and it's a later selection. Very sweet, no acidity at all. Illinois overbearing is fruiting now. Also, it's kind of together with Morus nigra. So Illinois overbearing, sweet and sour, complex flavor, but relatively small berries. Well, they're about the same size as Buluklu. Okay, so here I have Siam Jumbo, and Siam Jumbo still has some fruits, and they are not as weird as they were in beginning. So the earlier fruits I had, they were completely deformed, kind of a completely huge, like overgrown, irregular shape. Now they're becoming more normal mulberry fruits, basically. Yeah, so but there are not many fruits. My tree is very small. It was heavily cut because lots of people wanted cuttings of Siam Jumbo. Okay, and the last mulberry I have here, Australian green. Actually, I have all others green, all others long whites fruiting too now. So Australian green is just I have the largest tree, and that's why I had the most fruits, and I decided to harvest them. So very long fruiting season starts relatively early and goes into July for sure. I don't know how late into July it will go, but there are still some green fruits on Australian green. So this is intensely sweet, melony flavored, no acidity, long white mulberries. So in terms of stone fruits I harvested here, which I also want to measure Brix and pH levels. I harvested Sweet Treat Flurry, which is surprisingly already ready on July 6. We had very early warm spring. So Sweet Treat Flurry, excellent fruit, very sweet, crunchy with good acidity, excellent flavor. I have best Silk Road type nectarine. Somehow this one is fruiting the most for me so far out of all my different yellow fleshed, yellow skin, Central Asians yellow nectarines. So this one fruits for me the best. I hardly have any fruits on any others, but this one is still fruiting a little bit, not much. Flavor Top nectarine is a Californian commercial nectarine. Yeah, also very intense, sweetness, very good acidity, good flavor. Spice Z, I don't think it needs any introduction. Everyone loves Spice Z. Intensely sweet, very complex nectar plum. It's mostly nectarine, a little bit of plum. It's a white fleshed. Flavor Top is yellow fleshed. Spice Z, white fleshed. Then I have here Sugar Lady Peach. It's intensely sweet, very flavorful, white fleshed peach. And I have Splash Pluot here, and Splash Pluot is also very early, I think, for this year. Normally I thought it's kind of a late July, August fruit, but many fruits already ready. But Splash Pluot will be on the trees for a while. It stores on the tree pretty well. So hopefully when I'll get home from the orchard, I will measure sugar by using Brix numbers, and I also will measure acidity using my pH meter, and we'll make a table basically, which I'll post on my blog. Yeah, those people always ask me if they hear the shots in the background. Yes, we have rabbits, and my husband is controlling rabbits here. Otherwise they will eat all the bark, all the fruits, all the branches, etc. Okay, I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.